As a complete beginner selling on Amazon, you probably don't know what to expect. Is it possible to go from absolutely $0 to making $100,000 in revenue on your first year? And the answer is yes. And I'm going to show you exactly the strategies you have to take to get there. The absolute first step after you get your account activated with Amazon is going to start picking the brands and products you want to sell. A huge mistake that beginner sellers make is wanting to sell only on very big brands, for example, Lego. You may or may not know that Amazon has currently restricted a lot of big brands, and a lot of other big brands require you to go through ungating, meaning you need to submit a lot of evidence, you need to buy products and submit invoices to Amazon for you to get approved on them. And you can definitely do that on the bigger brands. But don't be sitting waiting for Amazon to approve those brands. There are literally thousands of profitable brands that you can sell right off the bat, or they will get automatically approved to sell by Amazon. So mistake number one is just focusing on a very limited amount of brands as opposed to a huge amount of brands that are also profitable. Another mistake that a lot of beginner sellers make is that they think that the only way to find items is going to the actual physical store. Let's say go to Walmart physically, in person, in store, and finding clearance deals. While this strategy is extremely feasible, a lot of sellers do find a lot of clearances. It's very on and off. Clearances are not guaranteed to be found consistently. And in order for you to grow and scale, especially a new business, you need consistent strategies that you can implement over and over. So retail arbitrage, meaning going physically in the store to find the items, although very profitable and sometimes even more profitable than online arbitrage, finding products online from home on the internet, it is not consistent. When you find products online, you are creating a daily routine for yourself where you wake up, let's say 8 in the morning until 12 p.m. noon, you spend 4 hours every day trying to find products. And the more you do this, the more practice you will get and the easier it will become, and the more products you will put in your database that you can buy over and over and over again on a consistent basis. And that is the key word here, consistency. If you want to grow and scale your Amazon business rapidly, I recommend that you check out my online arbitrage leads. So instead of waiting to find your own products, I send you the products that I myself find, and my list of 1,300 retailers and suppliers that are legitimate and vetted by me. You can check both URLs here, and this will help you tremendously. Another huge mistake that beginner sellers make is that they find hugely profitable product and they go all in. They buy 1,000 units of a product that they've never sold in their lives because they think they're gonna make a small fortune doing so. However, Amazon, once they receive your inventory or you start getting your first sales, decides for one reason or another to ban you on that product, or for XYZ reason, you have to stop selling that product. And now you're stuck and stranded with thousands of units and capital invested in this product alone. So what you should be doing instead as a beginner seller, never having sold that new product, is buying what is called a test buy for that new product. This is when you buy, let's say 5, 10, 15 products of that same product, just to make sure that it is indeed profitable and viable and that you are actually making sales on that. Meaning, don't go in buying thousands of the same product, buy a small test buy, that way you know. And if you are indeed profitable in that product, you can always go back later and find it either with the same retailer or with another retailer that is likely to have the same product. And you restock and resell, but now you know that that product is profitable and you're more sure of yourself when you're buying a higher quantity. Another mistake that beginner sellers make is that they try to do everything themselves. And one thing in particular that could be easily outsourced is using a repricer tool. So instead of constantly going back to your inventory and manually checking to see if your pricing is right, if you're getting the buy box, if you're making sales or not, there are tools out there. There are what they're called repricers that you can easily plug into your seller account on Amazon, and they will automatically detect what the current buy box price is, and they will change your pricing on every single one of the products that you have in inventory so that you stay competitive with all the other sellers that are competing against you. That will give you the highest likelihood of making sales on every single product that you have for sale. And remember, you have to sleep as well. So this is taking place 24/7, 365, constantly repricing your products so you have absolutely the best pricing possible. Another mistake that a lot of sellers make is getting frustrated too early. What happens initially is that you get very excited, you start finding products online that you can resell, maybe your first couple of months, and then you start purchasing all this inventory, you start shipping it to buyers or shipping it to Amazon FBA so that they can ship it to the buyers. And then what happens is that you often run out of capital to continue investing in more inventory. And the reason that this happens is that Amazon will not automatically release your funds to you. They have cash reserves, and they hold some of your money on reserves on purpose just to make sure that buyers are not returning the items and they are not stuck footing your bill. So there is usually a 1-month delay between you receiving the funds from Amazon every month. You will get bi-monthly payments, but your payments will not reflect all the money that is owed to you from Amazon. Instead, it will be a partial amount. So some of your products will not sell immediately, and some of the products that do sell immediately, you still don't have all the money back immediately from Amazon. And that leaves you strapped for cash. And now you are in this cycle where you don't have enough money to invest anymore. You get frustrated because you're seeing all this opportunity out there, all these products online that you wish you could purchase, and you don't have the money for it. Another reason that sellers get frustrated is because of Amazon policies. Maybe your inventory got lost in delivery to either the buyer or to the Amazon warehouse. Maybe your inventory got damaged. Maybe the buyer returned inventory to you damaged. Maybe you're getting a lot of returns. Maybe Amazon said that you can't sell that product anymore. There are 101 things that can go wrong and maybe will at the very beginning of your journey. And a lot of people coming from a 9 to 5, which is a stable check to check, paycheck to paycheck, they can't handle the pressure. That's a simple reason that they give in. They get very frustrated. It only lasts maybe 2-3 months. They spend maybe $1,000 in inventory. They're not seeing the money come back to them. They're seeing all this frustration coming their way, and they give up. And if they would have pushed a little bit longer, they would have reached the other side of the tunnel, the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, after a few months go by, you will start seeing that your payments from Amazon are coming back to you. You're getting cash back. you are able to spend that cash back in more and more inventory. You're making more sales on that inventory, and you're slowly snowballing all that money, rolling it back into more inventory, into more profits, and it's growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And that is the way that you can slowly start growing your Amazon business as a beginner. Now, a big mistake is to only go for products that have a tremendously high return on investment, 100, 200, 300% ROI. Even though those products do exist and you should be keeping an eye out for those, they are extremely rare. Mostly you will be finding products that are around the range of 20, 30, 40% ROI, maybe around $4 to $8 net profit per item, and around 30 to 100 sales per month. If you want to shoot higher metrics than that, yes, you will find those, but they are more rare to find. Now, what happens if you only focus on those little items that have incredibly high metrics? You are missing out on a lot of additional profit. Basically, all the ice underneath the glacier. If you heard that metaphor about the glacier, you can only see the tip of the glacier, only about 5%, and 95% of the glacier is submerged underwater. Well, this is the same metaphor applies to finding products to sell on Amazon. Do not only go for the top 5% of the products, because then you will be leaving out a lot of additional profit that is under the surface. Make sure to not only go for seasonal items for Valentine's Day, 4th of July, Christmas, Thanksgiving, that sell really well during those seasons, but also buy items that are evergreen and replenishable, and they can sell all day, all night, all year long, because these are items like grocery items or beauty items like shampoos, soaps, food that people need to buy every day because they are consumables, and they need to buy them over and over again because they like that brand, they like that product, and guess what? You are the one supplying it to them. So make sure to spread yourself amongst a wide range of categories and a wide range of products and brands. So how much money can you realistically expect to make on your first year selling on Amazon? Realistically, you can make about $100,000 at the end of your first year, and this is gross sales, not net. And you can expect to net about 10 to 15% of that number. So between $10,000 and $15,000 in net profit at the end of your first year. And from then on, you can, again, like mentioned before, roll those profits, and your second year, it'll be double or triple that, and it'll continue growing from that. That is a very, very realistic number. Also taking into consideration that some of the months in your first year, you will not have enough cash to reinvest because you will be waiting for that cash to come back to you from Amazon. And the second and third year, you can expect to already have enough cash to reinvest. So things are gonna start moving way faster your second and third year. I hope you liked the video. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And I will see you on the next one. Keep up the great work. Make sure to check out these two other videos at the end. And I will see you on the next